homeownership, property. That's the American dream. And it's undersold, has you undercut when you're a Black couple, like this couple. Black homeowners, under-appraised, and now settlement. Marin County couple, Paul and Tanisha Tate-Austin, have recently settled a racial discrimination lawsuit after receiving an insultingly low appraisal on their home. Mortgage broker hired Jeanette Miller's appraisal company through AMC Links, who appreciated the home at a worth of $995,000, just under $1 million. That's a shocking number, considering in 2019 the market value had been $455,000 higher. Subsequently, here's how the Millers reacted. They returned to AMC Links and asked them to send a different person to appraise the home. For this appraisal, the couple prepared. They removed evidence of their racial identities inside their house, asking a white friend to pose as the homeowner for the second appraiser. The complaint says this different appraiser arrived at a value of $1.4825, nearly $500,000 higher than Miller's estimated value. Atlanta Black Star with the story. And here are the Austins and Jan, their white friend, who stood in on their behalf, an ally. After receiving the much higher appraisal, with Jan standing in place, the Austins determined that race, along with the current and historical racial demographics of the home's location, played a crucial role in their systemic exclusion and devaluation. Marin County, according to the US Census in July 2019, is 85.3% white, 2.8% Black, 6.6% Asian, 16.3% Latino. Here's the Marin County home. The Austins in this process have also lost on their interest rate. It was lower at the time of their first unfair appraisal, but has since risen. They alleged in their case major ways their civil rights had been violated, including using perceived race of the homeowners to determine the value of the house. Isn't it just a structure? I don't understand this. After filing suit, Jeanette Miller's appraisal company settled with the couple for an undisclosed sum. Why the big smile? In the latest update, the case has reached a settlement, although issues with real estate companies perpetuating systemic racism make it difficult for Black homeowners like the Austins to find equitable space in white-dominated property markets. That's the plan. Executive Director of Fair Housing, Carolyn Petey, felt the Austins had a strong case. She said the following, quote, filing a lawsuit on the strength of the evidence is one thing, and how a judge will rule is a separate question. You've never assured of a particular outcome. I think everybody involved with the case was ready to move on. That's why they settled. And they were ready to move on, Paul Austin said, after the 2-year litigation, that he's glad they can put it behind them, and that being able to tell their story and having legal recourse help them in their process. Mayor, I wish more people would sue.
Yeah, I think, listen, a couple years ago, last year, I think maybe Brookings Institute did a study saying that Black families' houses or homes are undervalued by $126 billion. $126 billion. For all of those people think this is a one-off case, they must remember that the way we created the middle class in this country was the housing ownership. It was the way to pass on generational wealth. And our federal government prevented Black families from doing that with state-sponsored segregation. The FHA, under the New Deal, when we were building housing, Black people were excluded intentionally. You could not get a loan that was backed by the government if you're Black. This is a continuation of that. This is why we need to be honest and continue to scream. And you're right, we need more people talking about what is happening to Black housing and how our communities are shaped or unshaped and destroyed by people like this. She should lose her license. You should not be able to appraise anything because we see how destructive you are. If you are a Black person and this woman show up, you should immediately run her away.
Shoo, close the door right in her face, okay? But it's so devastating, and you're right. And this is all part of a larger issue, reparations. I'm not gonna stop ever talking about it, okay? You owe, and there's a way to level the playing field. There's a way to bring Black people and Black homeowners into the fold. Reparations, Mayor, don't you think there's something that can be done? And it should have many prongs, okay, many tentacles, this reparations game. But this is a major one. You agree?
Absolutely, and this country knows that we reparations is not a new idea to Americans. It's just new when you talk about Black folk. This country gave Native Americans reservations. I'm not saying that's nearly what they owed them, but they did it. We gave Japanese Americans reparations for what happened to them during World War II, and they deserved it. We set up the Nuremberg trial so Jewish people could actually get reparations from Germany. So there's no novice or novelist to this. They know how. This country knows how to pay reparations. They just, like I said, America has high tolerance for Black pain.
High tolerance. We pass laws to prevent it. And by the way, we're not mad at Jewish people. We want, thank goodness, okay? People should have to pay for what was done and what continues to be done. And that includes Black people.